just want to let you guys know Pimax does have a Christmas or holiday sale discount going on right now where you could get $80 off with code Pimax80. And if you use my code SecondVR as well, you get an additional 3% off as well. All right, guys, head over there and make sure that you get you some gifts for Christmas. Hello and welcome in everyone. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day here. So today we are going over how exactly you could get your Pimax devices, your Crystal and Super Crystal QLED working with Star Citizen. So if you guys don't mind, let me go ahead and turn down the music here. Of course, my name is SecondVR, your Star Citizen tester. I've been testing Star Citizen VR for a few months now, and prior to this, I've been playing the game for a couple of years. But yeah, guys, let's go ahead and get into it, going over all the stuff that you will need to get started, as well as how to set it up. And then I'll go ahead and do a short demo here, just taking a mission in the verse to show you guys what it looks like and how it usually feels, or the graphics, how the graphic settings looks like as well. We'll do some best practices as well at the end, so please hang tight. But with that being said, guys, let's get started here. First of all, you are going to need the program ReShade. So we'll go ahead and just navigate there. So you go to ReShade. There it is. That should be the first one. Yeah, so it should be reshade.me. Once again, I will put this in the description here. So you go ahead and download. And currently, as we saw last time, as of October 26, the current version is 6.6.2. That's what we're going to be using today. So I already have this installed, but it doesn't matter. I'll still go ahead and show you guys. So you hit open, and there we go. Okay, so next we hit the browse button, and then we are going to navigate to our Star Citizen folder. We should look for our bin64 folder, and in there we should see a Star Citizen.exe application. That's what we're going to select, guys. That's where ReShade is going to be installed, so that we could be able to get the OpenXR DLO installed there as well. So now we have that set up in the browse section here, and it's giving us direct directory access to it. We'll go ahead and click next. So Star Citizen is currently using the Vulkan engine for VR, so that's what we need to select here, and we will need this. This is the main item that we do need for this to work. So let's go ahead and hit next here and hit the application here. All right, so it brings us to this menu. As I didn't explain the last time, you don't need all of this, mainly just the VR toolkit to help you with some extra settings in VR on the ReShade side. But as far as the HDR or anything of that sort, you do not need to install that. So we'll leave those on install for now. You could install it if you prefer. I know a lot of you do use ReShade as well. So if you have your specific ReShade setup that you go to, that you usually use, feel free to grab that as well. So just like that, we are finished. Yeah. Well, technically we're not finished, but we are about halfway there. So we've done the ReShade part. Next thing we need to do is head over to our Star Citizen folder here. And let me navigate back to it. And in our live folder, we do need a user.cfg file placed here with a few scripts that's going to unlock a few extra codes for VR to work within the system. So what we need to do to set that up, we'll open up Notepad, a blank Notepad, I should say. And the scripts that I have here, let me see if I could bring that back up. I believe I have my old user.cfg file here. Oh, I do not. Never mind. think I should. All right, so I should have the code in the in my description here, and I'll go ahead and grab it right now. Give me 1 second here. All right, we are back. So I was able to grab the code from my old tutorial here. So we'll go ahead and install it. There we go. As you guys could see, this is the 3 commands that you do need in your user.cfg file. What you go ahead and do is hit Control S. There we go. And navigate to your main Star Citizen folder, mainly the live. And in the live folder, we're going to go ahead and save this as user.cfg. There we go. And make sure the save as type is all. That way it really does save it as a CFG file and not a text file. We'll leave all this as is and we'll go ahead and click save. So once we head back to the main Star Citizen folder, as you guys can see, we do have the user.cfg here now established. So let's go over what we just did. We both installed ReShade and we just set up the user.cfg file that has our 3 lines of scripts here that we need. Next thing we are going to want to do is start up our Pimax software here. There we go. And we'll make sure all of our system is up and running. And let's see here. Let me see if I could enlarging this for you guys. There we go. All right. So it's connecting right now. As we can see, screen's off. Okay. So it just connected. And let me grab my controllers here as well. Turn them on. There we go. Controllers are on. All right, so the last step before we start up in VR here is we need to start SteamVR real quick before we start the game here. Yeah, it's best to take your time with setting this up, guys. Don't go ahead and rush into it. So once you start up SteamVR here, next thing you're gonna want to do, head over to your side 3 bars here. It's going to give you access to the settings. And once you hit your settings menu here, this is going to toggle up. And you want to make sure that it's showing the advanced settings. In your advanced settings, let me show you what it looks like without the advanced settings. It's going to look like this. As you can see, it's hitting OpenXR. Yeah, but you want to open your main settings here. So we'll click this and we need to, right now I have my Pimax set as the OpenXR runtime. Some of you might have Meta Quest or Oculus set as your OpenXR runtime, but make sure you have SteamVR right here set as your OpenXR runtime. All right, looks like we're ready here. So let's go ahead and bring up the game. And let's just launch into it. I do have the headset here with me. Give me 1 second. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to undock the I'm gonna undock the set. Oh, that is too large. Oh man. Yeah, I wanted to show you guys what it looks like in VR, but let me just undock it real quick and full screen it. All right, so you guys are going to see how it starts up and what the view is going to look like once it does. Yeah, as you can see, SteamVR is currently running. Let me reset my head placement here. There we go. All right, so the game's loading up right now. Sorry if I seem a bit far from the mic. I really am. Don't forget we are setting up the Pimax Crystal Super. And if you guys want to get $80 off, use code Pimax80 and use my code SecondVR as well pair those two up because my code also gives you 3% off here. All right, so we launched into the game. First thing you're going to be greeted by is the Pimax menu. Make sure you skip through the tutorial, or go through if you need to. I've already been through all of this, so I'm going to go ahead and skip it. You don't necessarily have to add any of these extra settings. So let's just hit the home key, and bam, there we go. All right, let me lower this a little bit. Put this up here just to give you guys a better look at what it looks like in VR. There we go. So as you can see from the top there, that's what I'm seeing in VR. The game is up and running, and currently I believe the auto switch is on, so you would have it would be set up to go. All right, next up, I'm just going to turn off the mic here because I am going to be using the Super Crystal, and I'll run through a quick demo of a delivery mission for you guys just to show you guys what it looks like in VR. All right, guys, enjoy.
Quality medicines that you need at a price you're gonna love.
Let me take a look.
Helto RX. Feel better, save more.
Urgent page for Dr. Chan. Needed immediately in surgery. Dr. Chan to surgery. Attention. As of now, Lab 2 is off limits to all staff until further notice. No one go into Lab 2.
I'll alert and manage your situation.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following. Please visit us again.
Alright guys, so before we conclude here, let me go ahead and go over a few settings here. As I stated, we will be doing some best practices and some other stuff at the end here. So if you head over to your main menu and you scroll all the way to the right side, there should be an additional menu there called Comms, VoRP, and it should now be titled VR and Head Tracking. Once you see that, you should know that you have VR capabilities. So in this menu, you have all the options to toggle the experimental VR mode that was just implemented on and off. For a lot of, well, not a lot, for all of the Pimax users, the auto switch is not working. So just taking off your headset doesn't automatically switch the game to flat screen mode for you. You would have to disable and enable this mainly from the menu up here, the experimental VR menu. Some other things to note: if you were using your theater mode, or if you had toggled on theater mode, this is where you set your distance and your scale, how big the menus or the theater mode screen should be, and how far it should be from your vision here. So as I stated, auto switching doesn't matter. You could leave this on or off, but if you do take off your headset or it's not reading that you are wearing it, it will pause the game and you'd have to initiate it or re-wear the headset to reinitiate the game or to have something show up on the screen. So the rest of these are just mainly for helping you. This was set to 1, the interpolary distance, IPD. And usually with my Rift, I could go up to about 1.2, but with my Pimax, I usually leave it up here. And the show console, that's where you have your console here that you could easily access in your VR mirror. And this is what helps you display on the screen, whether you wanted to show one eye, both, or let me show you guys. I know I did with the other tutorial, but let me show you guys what I mean. So right now I'm going to go ahead and reinitiate the headset here. Oh, give me 1 second. There we go. All right, and I'll go ahead and enable it. So now there we go. We're back in VR mode. So if you switch this to 1, as you can see, it's just one screen. If you switch this to both, it's going to show both your eyes for left and right. And if you switch this to fill, it just makes it one single screen, just filled up in the middle, as you can see here. Recenter FPS ADS, yes, I'm gonna leave that as yes, so it helps with my recentering tracking here. And yeah, the rest of these are all going to be up to your discretion, how well you want to use some of these, with projector distance, the lens enable, all of this stuff. But yeah guys, do let me know if this tutorial did help you. Let me know in the comments below. If it didn't, let me know why. We'll figure out what's going on and how to get you going in Star Citizen here, but don't let this stuff frustrate you guys. It looks complicated, but once you get past the I'm gonna say 3rd step, you are good to go. The rest of this would just be setting up to your liking and how best it complements with your system that you currently have. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much for joining me in today's tutorial. As always, my name is SteamVR, and I have been your Star Citizen tester. I hope this showed you guys what you need to do, and yeah, like I said earlier, if you guys have questions, let me know. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.